Imagine you are standing in the middle of the harsh Negev Desert in the Middle East, where the boundary between life and death is as thin as a hair. Under the fiery red sunset, a fierce pack of desert gray wolves is marching on a hunt. But look closely into the middle of that pack. You are not seeing things. Lying right in the middle of the strict formation of these legendary predators is a Middle Eastern striped hyena, the age-old enemy that wolves are supposedly never destined to coexist with. In the wild world of nature, textbooks have always taught us that large predators are locked in mortal combat. They fight over territory, steal each other's prey, and even ruthlessly slaughter one another. The cooperation between a xenophobic, pack-living species like the wolf and a solitary, stealthy creature like the striped hyena is considered absolutely impossible. But today, nature will prove to you that, to survive, animals are willing to tear up every textbook to create the most forbidden alliances. To understand the madness of this alliance, we need to look at the completely opposite social behaviors of the two species. First is the gray wolf. They are highly social creatures operating under a very strict pack order. Gray wolves are famous for being extremely xenophobic. They almost never accept any outside creature into their pack, even towards domestic dogs. Close relatives with a genetic makeup very similar to wolves. If they get too close to a wolf pack, they are immediately chased away, hunted, and destroyed rather than accepted. The wolf pack is a closed, impregnable fortress. In stark contrast to the wolf, the striped hyena living in the Middle East is the solitary wanderer of the desert. Unlike their famous, aggressive, pack-living spotted hyena cousins in sub-Saharan Africa, Middle Eastern striped hyenas are slightly smaller and rarely studied. They possess a unique appearance, a broad head with deep black eyes, a thick muzzle, large pointed ears, and a long mane running along the back that can stand up by 30% when threatened to intimidate enemies. Striped hyenas camouflage extremely well in dry grass thanks to their dark striped fur and have a skeletal structure with front legs longer than hind legs, creating a very characteristic limping gait. Throughout their lives, they quietly hunt and forage alone in the dark. These two creatures should have slaughtered each other upon meeting. So, what made a proud wolf pack accept a strange loner into their world? Everything began when researchers from India conducted surveys in the Middle East desert region. On the long stretches of damp sand, they accidentally discovered something extremely strange. The footprints of striped hyenas and gray wolves were mixed together. Initially, the most obvious hypothesis was a life-or-death chase. Perhaps the wolf pack was hunting the hyena, or vice versa. The hyena was following the wolf pack to compete for food. However, upon tracking the details further, scientists were stunned. In some areas, wolf prints overlapped hyena prints. But in other places, hyena prints were on top of wolf prints. This proves they were not chasing each other. They were moving together, side by side, peacefully. After 4 long years of observation, the secret was finally brought to light. Zoologist Benjamin Eligulashvili in Israel witnessed a shocking scene with his own eyes. A striped hyena was actually moving with a wolf pack. Even more surprisingly, the hyena was not sneakily following behind to scavenge leftovers. It was proudly moving right in the middle of the pack, like a true member, accepted and protected by the entire wolf pack. This behavior has never been reported anywhere else in the world. An official survival alliance was formed in the harsh Negev Desert. Why would the wolf pack tolerate and share food with a hyena? And why would the solitary hyena give up its way of life to join the wolf pack? The answer lies in two words: survival. The Negev Desert is one of the harshest environments on Earth, where food and water sources are extremely scarce. Here, both species face extreme survival pressure. To avoid starving to death, they are forced to find every way to increase their hunting success rate. And this alliance is a perfect contract, compensating for each other's top-tier biological skills. Gray wolves possess superior speed, agility, flexibility, and especially the ability to coordinate pack hunting incredibly fiercely. Wolves are excellent at chasing and cornering prey. However, wolves have a limited bite force and a sense of smell that is not as keen as that of hyenas. Striped hyenas are the opposite. They are not as fast as wolves, but they possess a sense of smell that is among the keenest in the animal kingdom, capable of sniffing out food from a great distance. Most notably, striped hyenas have massive jaws with an extremely powerful bite force. They can easily break large bones and tear open the hard skulls of prey, something the jaws of a wolf must surrender to. When the wolf pack catches prey, the hyena uses its jaws to handle the hardest parts of the food, helping the wolf pack access nutrients hidden deep in the bones. In return, the hyena gets a stable amount of food thanks to the speed and superior hunting skills of the wolf pack. It is a pragmatic, mutually beneficial, symbiotic relationship of nature. How the two species reached this peace agreement remains a big mystery to the scientific community. Currently, there are three main hypotheses: isolated anomalous behavior. This is just the abnormal behavior of a single striped hyena and one specific wolf pack. Since the observations were 4 years apart, it is very likely the same intelligent hyena. Pragmatic tolerance. The hyena follows the wolves only to eat bones and leftover meat. And the wolves accept it because chasing away a stubborn individual with a fierce, bristling mane and extremely strong bite force is too energy-consuming. Evolutionary symbiotic relationship. The two species have truly learned how to establish a new symbiotic relationship to cope with climate change and the harshness of the environment. As Associate Professor Vladimir Dinets at the University of Tennessee once remarked, "Wild animal behavior is often much more flexible than described in textbooks. When necessary, they are willing to abandon their usual strategies to learn completely new things in order to survive. Nature never ceases to amaze us." The alliance between wolves and striped hyenas in the Negev Desert is the most eloquent proof that, in the fierce battle for survival, there are no permanent enemies, only adaptation that lasts forever.